I'll tell you what happened. I was in Chicago shopping with other friends in the 80s. And it was in a bookstore, and a book fell off the shelf on marbling. So I had to pick up the book. Yeah, I had to pick up this book, and it was just beautiful. The colors, the pages, it was gorgeous. Paperback, $11.95, hey, I'll buy it. Then I'll get some of my artist friends to teach me how to do this. And tried to ask everybody around here, got back to Fort Wayne. Nope, nobody knew. They'd heard of it. No, I can't teach you. So I said, hey, I'm just going to start to do it myself in my basement and practice, just do a few things. Never showed anybody, just had fun creating. And about maybe 2 months later, people would say to me, hey, you know that book you bought? Did you ever do anything with it? I said, yeah, I make some papers and marble with it. And they said, well, show us. I said, well, I don't have anything. You know, I had no idea what I was even doing in comparison to how you do marble. And I showed them, and it was their encouragement that kept me going, because they said, wow, this is really good. I said, really? And they said, yeah, keep going. And then I got asked to teach. There was a bookstore downtown in Fort Wayne, and they asked me to do, it was mostly bookstores, come to do a demonstration, teach a small class. So that's where I kind of developed it for myself, and I kept moving with it. It's been my passion for about 20 years now. I grew up on an island, so I was surrounded by water when I was growing up, and I really feel some of the appeal of marbling because it's a water-based solution with powdered seaweed, carrageenan, which creates a gelatinous substance. So I really feel some of that early, I love the water, I love growing up there. Some of that early beginnings has really helped me to have an appreciation for how water moves and the flow of it. So when I do a show, and I do classes, what I love is to show people the process. And it's not something a lot of people, you won't see this in a lot of art shows. The fascinating thing is that there's all this alchemy. You know, how does that really work where paints are floated on this solution? How did they actually discover that? And it has stood the test of time. Right now, my scarves, the whole collection of the scarves that I have from this spring-summer collection is in the Creative Arts Council at Bluffton. So they were doing a wearable art show. Oh, okay. So she took the whole collection. I did a piece for the members show at ArtLink Gallery. I had gone to the Glass Chihuly show, and so that afternoon I had solution all ready, and I did 2 scarves inspired by Chihuly. Oh, wow. So one of those ended up in the members show at ArtLink. I've shown at the Fort Wayne Art Museum. I've shown at the San Francisco Museum and their Oriental Museum. I've done special things for them from time to time. And Galleria over at Jefferson Point, they just talked to me Saturday. Great. How can we help get some more of your work in here for September and November? So I'm looking at that on a local level. Good. I like the shows because it is an art form that a lot of people have never seen before and don't know anything about. And really when they come into my booth, if I'm not demonstrating, they will, you know, look around and think, well, what is this? Do you get the paper? Do you buy the fabric this way? And it takes a lot of explaining. So when I just demo in the adjoining booth, it takes care of a lot of questions. People can come see, and then a lot of people sign up for classes.